Hello, everyone, and welcome to another holy episode of Iron Panther Presents, if you will. Kim and I shall be discussing BET Plus Kingdom Business, Season 1, Episodes 1 through 4. There was so much drama. I said, let's split this thing up so we get to some of this goodness and these random-ass questions that pop up in my head as I'm watching this. I'm like, what?
Anyway, a lot of drama though. I mean, it's a lot of drama going on. Everybody got something going on.
So overall, what do you think so far? How many episodes have you watched, and what do you think of it?
4. I watched all 4. I was about to watch 5, but then I was like, nope, gotta stop. But that's a good thing, right? Because it made me want to watch to the next episode. So I was like, this is I like it actually. I do like it. I love Michael Beach in anything. I think he is just so adorable. And he is. And so Soraya, the girl who plays Rebel, I liked her in Empire, but in Empire is when she was cutting her teeth, like really to me. So she can sing, in my opinion. A lot of people don't think she can sing. I think the girl can sing. I think that some of the songs they gave her in Empire weren't the best songs for her voice, but I think that she's doing a good job in this show as far as singing. I think she's more polished. Even though she's supposed to be, this ghetto stripper, when she sings, she's very polished and very put together, which you don't think you would see because she's never done this before, right?
Yeah, professional. Yeah, supposedly this is her first time. Yeah.
Yeah, but she is very professional when she's doing it. So, so I like, and then Michael Jai White, who doesn't like him, right? Like, I love him.
For some reason, they keep the man with his shirt off for no reason. Like,
I'm happy. I'm okay.
He's like, hello, I'm boxing in the middle of my studio, my record label, because I got muscles.
Yeah, pretty much. And it would be great if they could do that with Michael Beach, because Michael Beach is a beast. His body is ridiculous. He's like 56, I think. Yeah, he's pretty damn good looking.
Sophie was a long time ago. I was like, we gotta remember that.
But he's, I like the show. I do. And I think Yolanda Adams, I've seen her act in some other Black movies or whatever, but I think this one, I think she's really bringing it. Because before she was just she was Yolanda Adams. Let's just say that, right? That's who she was, right? And that was who she was playing. But in this, she's actually being Danita, being a diva, doing all these things that she's personally not, as far as I can tell. So she's doing a good job doing that. Yeah, and the wigs are great. I know that would be Stacey's department, but everybody's hair looks good. The clothes look good. The music is pretty good. So, okay, I'm happy.
Me too. So when I first saw the trailer and I heard of the show, I was like, okay, I've seen Greenleaf, I've seen Empire. When I watched the trailer that you sent, and Spill the Tea was like, well, y'all should review it. And then I watched the trailer, I was like, oh, this is Empire. Like this it. I was like, this is legit Empire. So Yolanda Adams playing Danita Jordan is absolutely Lucius Lyon.
Yeah.
Like diva performer, micromanager and CEO of said business, and ruling family to say you are here at my whim and you will do what I say, when I say, and how I say it. And I was like, where is Lucius Lyon? Like I feel like,
well, she's less gangster.
She though?
I mean, because Lucius Lyon he was gangster. Like he had no problem with like shooting people, hitting people with canes, all types of stuff. At least she's a little calmer than that. I
submit that is the mystery of the show. That we've already seen the fact that she burned down a strip club.
The dumpster?
Which led to the strip club.
It was like the strip club sign, not really inside the club.
But I'm saying she burned down the club. The club was fucked up by the time, like because they couldn't figure out how it happened. Like the authorities are
done. Where are the cameras?
Let's not get into logic. Let's not get, because there's too many. Like we will go through all the logic holes how this makes no damn sense, like on so many levels. But the point is, we clearly see that she in fact did burn down. She burned down the club, right. So we've already discussed that we believe that she is in fact the one who sent said murderer to kill Danny Williams because she mentioned that, you know, how Calvin, her husband, Jordan, is always called at night, you know, to go to attend to his flock. So she knows he's fucking around, you know, at some point. And she's probably the one that sent said henchmen who beat up Rebel slash Rebecca Bell in her apartment. I think she, you know, I think they're trying to portray that Calvin is Jordan is the villain. I think Danita is probably, once we get to it, she'll probably be the one.
Yeah, I think that somehow that Dexter, the guy who owns the club, I think there may be some type of secret thing with Yolanda that and he's the one that's feeding her the information about what Calvin is doing, because Dexter's the one sending the women to him, right? So setting it up.
Yeah.
And I don't think that that Calvin knows, that his wife knows, and that Dexter is the one that's actually telling on him. You know what I mean?
See, so I think I can see where you would say that. My problem is that he's the one that warned Calvin to be like, you know, Danny may have had some video on you, right? And then when he confronted Danita at the protest, I mean, it was very confrontational. I mean, he was like, "Hey, look at this video of your son."
But it was for the son, not the father.
Yes, but the father is a well-paying customer, you know.
Right,
so it could be. Well, we got to see. I feel okay. So if it's not Danita, I think a twist would be that it's the daughter, CJ Jordan Walker.
Oh, I don't think it's her.
I think because she's there, but she's not there, right? Like she, you know what I'm saying? Like, so she can be the mask. She knows daddy's fucking around. She's trying to keep the business. Hey, Stacy. Thank you for joining us. She knows daddy fucking around. She's trying to help the business out, right? So she and maybe her husband, Malcolm Walker, right? Maybe he was the one that like at least attacked Rebel in her place. Like maybe, if not the one that shot. It has to be someone who has access to the company vehicles. Has to be, right? Because it was the SUV, the church SUV that was used to kill Danny.
Right.
So that brings it to the church, right? So if you narrow it down, right? So then it's definitely not Ty. Like he's like that don't make sense. So like, because he was actually at the club trying to, huh?
Could it be Sassy? Tamara Braxton?
The
one that's having an affair with Calvin, which that scene. Oh my God. Okay, so wait a minute. Let's talk about that scene. Just 1 second, right?
Yeah.
Michael, I don't know what the hell he thought he was doing with the pumping. Sorry.
Yeah.
Pumping. I was like, you're just like beating yourself into the sink, right?
Right. He just That's not sexy. That's not sexy. Like,
and then the butt cheeks was dark, like black. I was like, I know some men have that issue, but I don't want to see it. Your joints was black. I was like, he's not even brown. It was black. I was like, this scene is horrible. They should have just cut that scene out, and they could have even just kissed. Like they could have that they were about to do it.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I gotta go back to Danita. Yeah. She's looking for me.
Yeah.
I would have been fine with that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so funny to me. I was crying, laughing. I don't stop it and then I get myself together and keep on watching. But with that said, I think Sassy, you know, even though Sassy works for Danita, she's her secretary or whatever. It's possible that she may be involved, because wouldn't you be jealous if your man is sleeping with a stripper?
Well, just in general, cheating on me. It's interesting. And she does know, right? Because they were talking about it. Like she knows that Danny was blackmailing Calvin, right? Yeah. So, but I see your point, and that could be thing. So where she get the muscle from? So it wasn't her who shot Danny. Like she clearly hired someone.
No. I think it was one of the thugs, of course.
So like, but they haven't showed us said thug, right? The person who shot, we didn't see, but Danny knew the person. Because she said, like, why are you trying to
talking to him?
Right. Yeah. Like it was person, like she knew the person, right? And then we didn't see the person who shot at Rebel in her place. and beat her up, right? But
Right.
purposely did not kill her. Like, so that's and then I know I said this, so I was thinking that maybe it was Z, like her boyfriend, because he's never there. See, my on the other side, right? He wasn't there when Danny got shot.
Right.
Wasn't there at the hospital when you would think his girlfriend would be like, I need you. He doesn't show up until she's getting in the bathtub, laying down like some Lifetime movie, and he's holding her. We fast forward till she comes home, intruder in her house. How did the intruder know where she lived? How to get into her house? He whoops her ass. He does not kill her though. Like he makes a point, right? He could have, obviously.
Right.
He leaves. Then all of a sudden, Z magically shows up. Oh my God, what is going on? Hey, baby, are you all right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, where the fuck you been? Like you, either he's an accomplice.
He's at the club doing the DJ stuff.
He's either an accomplice or the most useless boyfriend who's ever been put on screen. Like,
that's a useless boyfriend.
I was like, this dude is like this. I mean, he is unfucking necessary, right? On so many levels.
Yes.
And then so anyway, so we said the main character is Rebel, who we find out her real name is Rebecca Bell. Her stripper name is Chardonnay. Which when I heard her name, it made me think about the Boondocks. There was an episode of the Boondocks season 1 where Grandpa met a stripper at a grocery store. And her name was Cristal, like the champagne.
Wow.
And fucking Huey was like, Cristal, like the champagne, man, you be a stripper? And she's like, what do you know about strippers, little man? He's like, not much, but I know they're usually named after liquor. And he, do you know, a friend of mine that I went to school with, she was a stripper for a while. Her name was Hennessy.
Okay.
I'm like, damn it.
Like Cardi B's sister.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right. That's a legal name, isn't it, though?
No, that's not her legal name.
I hope not.
Cardi B is not Cardi B's.
Well, Cardi B is her legal name. But I was like, why do Black Drew, like, it's all named after liquor? I was like, think about it. Like, damn it, Boondocks, you did it again. Anyway. So we got Rebel. So Rebel, Rebecca Bell, she loses her mother at 8 years old. She finds her after committing suicide. Her mother's name is Raven Moore. She was an aspiring gospel singer whose career was ruined by Danita Jordan, as we find out later. And she was being produced by Julius Caesar Jones.
He's got that name for a reason.
AKA Spawn, as I know him.
Oh, yeah. He was good in Spawn. I don't care what anybody says. He was good in Spawn.
And Duncan. He's one of the Duncans.
Yes, he is.
He's one
of the one in jail that you barely see, but he's a Duncan.
In Family Business. Yes. He's all about the business.
Yes, he is.
and keeping that shirt off.
And I'm here for it. Again.
He stays working out.
Yes.
Who we find out has a secret love with Danita Jordan as they make out, not really passionately, but they tried. That was
weird. That was a weird kiss. I was like, wait a minute, Yolanda, sweetheart. Hey, we know that you're not good at this part, so don't do it.
Hey, she did better than Mary J. Blige.
She absolutely did.
I was like, shit. I was like, you know what? Winner.
Yes.
Winner. Mary J. Blige wouldn't did none of that. She would have did none of that. Yeah. She was like, cut scene right here. I'll do none of that. I was like, damn it. I was like, go ahead, Yolanda, committing.
Yes.
I don't think we're seeing butt cheeks though. I don't think she's doing the butt cheeks stuff.
No, we won't be seeing that. I don't think Yolanda, first off, you're not gonna see her in the bed with anybody. That's why her husband sleeps in another room.
Right. he conveniently sleeps with hoes because she ain't having none of that.
No.
But I was like, we okay. So when they discuss, Julius brings up the fact that she was pregnant long ago. Mm-hmm. She had an abortion, which is her scandal. As directed by her father, played by the great Louis Gossett Jr.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, I was happy to see him.
If you can't bring Shaft, you bring Louis Gossett Jr.
They're the best dads. I mean,
like somebody you said old ass dad. When your daughter is in her 50s, you got to bring the old school into this. It makes sense.
Yes.
Right. But we feel that perhaps we will find out said baby is alive and well and in charge of A&R.
Well, used to be in charge.
You used to be in charge.
That is now in charge.
Yes, that Ty Jordan is in fact Julius's kid. It would tie things together because they always get. He goes to him right there, like he's like his mentor, that sort of thing. Yep. You know, behind Mama's back, and it would be interesting if it all comes together. He's like, that's my seed.
Yes.
But somehow he couldn't do math and figure out. And so be like, hey, wait. That was about 25 years ago. Your son's about.
But I'm thinking that maybe this is just my thought. I'm not sure if it's true, but it could be that one, because remember the dad was involved in this little scandal too. The dad, knew about her being pregnant and all that stuff, right? So maybe she didn't have the abortion, but they married her off to Calvin right away. She has the baby. Everybody thinks it's Calvin's, right? But this was a plan by the dad and Calvin, right, together, and this is to save her career, right? That's why her and Calvin are basically in a business marriage, not a marriage. It's a marriage of convenience. So, yeah.
So that would click well with their relationship. Then let's talk about this business because this don't make no kind of sense. Like, so you got First Kingdom,
the church or the record label.
So the church makes sense, right? But like so we got First Kingdom Church, but then First Kingdom Records with only one artist doesn't make sense. Like, that's why your business is going under, because no label has one artist. Like, you don't have enough revenue. You don't got enough music being put out. No matter how many platinum hits you think you put out.
That's where Empire comes in. Remember,
Empire
used to have the same issue. They started out with Lucius.
But that's when they start. But then, like, episode 1, they got a whole crew. I mean, he's like, he had a new girl in the studio. I mean, he's recruiting because that's what it means.
He started building and building. Right?
Yeah, I mean, he had a whole stable, right? I mean, the son was a part of it. I mean, so I'm like, that makes more sense. I'm saying, but this whole, we only got one artist record label. I'm like, that doesn't.
But I think they're going to do the same thing as Empire. They're going to build and build. And they're going to start building.
Well, Julius has already done that. I'm saying with Redemption Records, you know what I'm saying, and that makes more sense.
It does.
I like how in the first episode they want to introduce all the characters to us, so they have the speech that makes no sense. Like, hello guys, for you who don't know, Danita Jones is the world's greatest gospel singer, which you should know because that's why you're here. But anyway, this is my son, like Ty Jones. He's in charge of A&R. Like, what church gives a fuck? But all right, let's just keep this going. And then who's in charge of music? C.J. Jordan Walker, who's in charge of music ministry, yet is not involved in any music decisions.
She is now.
So classic Empire. Because Ty is like, this is my birthright. This is my business. Until Mama says, you are fired because you did do what I tell you to do, Lucius. Yep. And then what happens? Sibling comes up and says, no, Mom, I can step up, Andre. That's basically Andre at that point. Mental issues, but still trying to hold it down. I was
thinking too. I was like, this is Andre, but in girl form. Yes, absolutely.
Still trying to hold it down though, but he's working through his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean,
and why does she have to have 7 miscarriages?
Damn.
I thought that was excessive. Didn't you think? Like, people normally have like 1 or 2, 7. Damn. I was like, Jesus. Yeah. And then the baby dies at 8 months in her womb. I'm like, well, you're having a bad life. Like,
that's when you go to a doctor. Like I'm saying, like she needs professional counseling. She don't need daddy praying for her, right? She needs a doctor. She needs a doctor, a fertility doctor, and a psychiatrist.
Yes.
To get through all that shit, not the church counselor who's obviously gonna tell your parents because that's who she works for. Like, I'm like, this, you can't pray this away. Like, you got some serious stuff going on, right? So, like, I'm hoping they actually address like true mental issues, like, like she should be adopting by now. I'm not sure why Malcolm hasn't been like, hey, baby, adoption's on the table because we can't keep on going through this. Your body can't keep on going through this,
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's why I'm feeling like a good twist would be if she's the mastermind behind all this shit happening in the Rebel. I mean, we only got 4 more episodes, but I feel like I just feel like it'll be because right now, again, it looks like they're trying to go for Calvin, right? Like because he's trying to protect himself because he was sleeping he was being blackmailed by Danita, by Danny, by Danny. So like they could go that route, but and then obviously it looks like Danita is the one who's actually doing it with the club and everything. But you just don't see CJ, like you don't, like she ain't really there. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna get into what don't make sense. Like, so this irritated me. So Rebel shows up to this wake, I guess, right?
Yes.
She shows up to the hospital. She doesn't go talk to the parents at all. Mm-mm. She claims that she and Danny were friends since juvie. Right. To some random woman that we never see again. But she ends up at the funeral. She was at the funeral. She sat next to her at the funeral, but we don't get a name. We never see her again. Right. But parents have no idea who this woman is. Mm-hmm. She goes up and sings. Somehow CJ, hearing her sing, gets the choir up, and they're in perfect harmony.
That is plot convenience, and
I mean, but wait. After that, again, she doesn't go, that's the anointed one. Like, she doesn't talk to her brother to be like, Ty, we need to find her, right? Like, she needs to be part of the church. She needs to be part of the record label. Like, she has a voice. No, it's just Ty, who's like, wait a minute. I shall search the earth for a woman who came to a funeral, and I shall find. I'm like, no, bro. Like CJ should have been involved in that conversation. Like, administer of music. Like, she's the one helping with the choir. It just would have made sense.
Yeah, but they got other things that they're doing with her. So.
To that, actually, they're doing nothing with her until her miscarriage popped up.
Yeah, but she's falling apart. And now she feels, because remember what she said to the counselor about how she's been made to feel as far as her family. Like she's pretty much an afterthought when it comes behind her brother. Nobody sees her. So when she was saying that, I was like, that could be like, I was thinking about what you said, that she should have been the one to get this girl and all that. But if they don't see her, that idea goes out the window, and she knows, even if I would say this girl is like talented, mom, you should go ahead and do it. They're not going to do it because they don't see her.
I see a point, but I'm saying you don't see fighting between Ty and CJ to the point that they couldn't talk. That Ty didn't go, hey, see, again, what you think of her with the choir? Like, that was amazing. Like, it just would be cool to see them go. And then again, she was just kind of put to the side until the miscarriage thing popped up. Right. And now she's back. So I'm like, just like with Rebel, as she's pursuing her music career, her DJ boyfriend is not discussed at all. Like, instead, she leans on Ty, who damn near assaulted her when we went to the club. So hold up.
I still don't agree with the insult. I think he just wanted her to stop. And he's like, I can't have the ass. The ass is too powerful. Get off me. No. He's like, the end of episode 4, we see the ass is very powerful.
He's like, damn it. He's like, I gotta give in. He's like, I'm humping my girlfriend, but I'm thinking about Rebel. I was actually waiting for her face to turn into Rebel. I was actually waiting for Essence's face to turn into Rebel, or for him just to turn her over so he wouldn't have to see her face, so he could think about Rebel. Like, remember, like what Ghost did? I'd be like, yeah, that's how you do it. You don't want to face the truth. You'd be like, yes, it's okay.
Yes.
We're gonna get to Miss Essence.
In the pillow, just stay there.
Just like I'm here. I'm somewhere else right now. Anyway, plot convenience, pure plot convenience. So Rebel sings, runs away like Cinderella, as a Larry Reed put it, right? Gets 2 million views. All right, things go viral. I give you that. No one comes searching for this woman. Not local news, not national news. Like, even in Atlanta, they're like, was this mystery singer? We have no idea. Like, only Danita goes, she sang at a stripper's funeral, right? Yeah, she probably works at the strip club. Oh shit, mama. You right. I mean, who would have thought? That's a wild shit. I'm gonna go to the strip club. No one working at the strip club, no one who visits the strip club went Rebel or Chardonnay.
Right.
You on the internet. Yeah. Chardonnay is not young enough to know what the internet is. That she don't know when something goes viral. Like she don't go, oh shit, that's me. You know what I thought about?
Huh.
Purple Rain. Okay. Remember after Prince got done singing Purple Rain, right? He's all emotional, right? And he runs away.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't take it. I spilled my soul to these people. He hears the crowd because that's what happens when you do something that great. He's like, oh shit, they like me. Then he goes back and finishes the movie. Like, there's no way that they would not have been like, someone would have said, girl, you did it. How was the funeral? Let's just start there. How was Danny's funeral? Oh, it was all right. We did something. Oh, I saw it. She would have known. If she was sitting up there giving the lap dance and one of her customers was like, is this you? Like, oh, girl, it's something. Something. It made me mad. It made me mad.
I understand. It can't be perfect. It's not gonna be perfect, but And
then hold up. Then you got Ty, Mr. I'm a Christian, right? Who's like, I don't know how strip clubs work. Because when a stripper says we gotta go to the private room, no, we don't, because what I'm not doing is paying $100 to talk to you. Like, we're gonna sit right here at the bar and I'm gonna pay you $1. You
can't hear anything at a bar.
You can't even if the music is blasting. Like, girl, I will wait till you get on the pole and give you $5 bills and talk to you. What I'm not doing is paying $100. Like,
but he really wanted to talk to her.
But then he was like, oh my God, not the ass. He's like, I can't see the ass. I was like, just wait till she leaves. Like, you give her a card. I will talk. I was at the wake you went to. I was there. Oh, yeah. I would like to talk to you afterwards. Can we? Sure, that'd be fine because you went viral.
Yeah, I thought that was too. I thought that they could have just went ahead and like when he was like, I want to talk to you, he could have said, I saw you sing, but it just added those words, and she could have said, where did you see me sing? And then the whole thing would have started, right? No, they just kept it the way they kept it. Like he put him in the daggone room, and then she went to do what she got to do because like I said, Dexter would have come in there. She wasn't shaking her ass. She could get in trouble for that, right? So I understand why she did it.
All right.
I get it. But at the same time, it was just plot convenience for him not to, give more words. Like, this is what I need to talk to you about. They just, it was unnecessary, but,
You ain't about that strip club life. Look, no, the difference is, I know what happens in the club. So if I go to the private room, I know why I'm there. I'm not gonna do no stupid shit and be like, oh my God.
But at the same time, too, maybe he just doesn't know. He's never been to a strip club.
So I would have believed you until episode 3 when he was like, I was just fucking everybody and get my hands on, and then I had to pull back. That has
nothing to do with a strip club. That has to do with having sex with other people, with a lot of people. It has nothing to do with a strip club.
Please,
it doesn't.
Please.
It doesn't.
I will submit as a man, like I will say, the man has been to the titties. Like he knows what strip clubs about. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. Like,
there's some people that have not been to strip clubs.
Not a dude. This not possible. Like I'm telling you, this dude in Atlanta, that doesn't make sense. But anyway, it's plot convenience. We just chalk it up to plot convenience. Yes, they wanted the scene of him fighting off the ass for no reason. But I was like,
for his Christian boundaries.
Until he said, so we'll get to him drive humping Essence later, because I was like, what is this?
Yeah, I was like, Essence is not going to put up with that for a long time,
dude. Okay, so anyway, so she gets the card. Then this turns into like he's like, I'm gonna hook you up with Caesar, right? And then Caesar's like, so are you her agent? No, I'm just sitting here helping out, trying to negotiate a deal. Yeah, that's called an agent. That's what that's called.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And then I've never been to a strip club. Yes, but you're also a woman, so that's not what I'm trying to get to. But yeah, I've been first time. I promise you find a man with the sexual appetites that Ty supposedly said he had. he's been to a few clubs in Atlanta. But anyway, let's get the point. So then, so this is what makes me mad. So Caesar is like, I must cleanse you, rebel. I know who you are. I'm the only one who bothered to figure out who you are. You are Rebecca Bell, and your mama was Raven Moore. And I'm like, all right, so you are the reformed stripper. And I shall cleanse you of your whole ways and put you out there into the Christian world. And I'm like, her first video was in the strip club. That's what we doing. Like it didn't make. This ain't the message.
For the Lord, stripping for the Lord.
I was like, what are we doing right now? Like the Lord should have been like, I'm going to old school Testament right now and striking down this club. I'm burning it all. I retired, but you brought me out of retirement. Like I'm burning this place down right now. Like,
but with that said, nobody took their clothes off. Nobody. They were only dancing. So you cannot even say that it was anything vulgar or inappropriate going on. It was just the location was a strip club, but they were very, very they were very careful about keeping stuff on. So I would submit that she was wearing less clothes in that video than she was wearing the next day when she showed up with Z at the studio. And he's like, oh my God, what are you wearing? You back to being a hoe? You got to stop dressing like this. Go find that low cut mini skirt I put you in with your stomach hanging out. You go get that because that's Christian. I'm like, stop it. That great thing, she didn't have her stomach out.
She was like, it was like, you can't see me right here, but side. Yeah, I'm saying, and titties were firm. I'm like, come on, God. I was looking. I was like, this ain't right.
Beautiful. You should be looking.
I was like, damn, girl, like what you got on? Like, I'm not. The Lord has blessed you. Yes, I see that. Yes. But
and you know who her fiance is, right? Emmett from The Shy.
What? That's right. No, that's right. That's a wild shit. Yeah. Emmett, that character needs to be murdered immediately. First episode of season 5, dead. He needs to be the big victim of standard Chicago street violence. Dead. I just want him. Yes. It can be off camera.
I love Emmett.
It can be off camera. I don't mind. Just dead. I'm okay with that. But damn it. Anyway, my point. Anyway. So then you got Essence. Explain this. Hold on. So when Danny and Rebel were in the car before she got murdered, they're shooting the video themselves, right? And they're like, oh, girl, we can dance, we can sing, boom, 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 right? It's like, you got the body, I got the brains, we can put this together. It's like, we could be like Cardi B. Obviously, Cardi B is not in this universe. She's not coming to this show, right?
Right.
But Essence is. She is the closest equivalent you're going to get to that kind of hip-hop, sexy dancer as we see, right? Mm-hmm. So why are we not seeing, Rebel, who's like, I will not be turned into a saint. I am a sinner, damn it. I'm like, anyway, whatever. Why is she not like Ty? Hook me up with your girlfriend before we stop fucking, obviously. And then we can we can get the studio thing going. That should be where she's at. That makes more sense.
But they're trying to do a redemption story, so it doesn't make any sense to put her with Essence. Because Essence is, did you hear that song she did?
Yeah, so that's what, but I acknowledge that if this is, dare I say, real life, that would be where she's going. She would be like, Essence is where I need to be, not Redemption Records. Right. As Rebel claims she is. That's what I'm saying.
Right. But they were trying to do a redemption story. I mean, the name of the record label is Redemption. So, right. So they're trying to do that story with Rebel. So that's why.
And then, oh my God. First thing about Essence. So, Terry, I know some women have the period app to help you track, your cycle, whatever.
Yes.
Apparently, Essence has the dick down app because she's like, it's been 2 weeks since my last dick down. It has been 3 weeks since my last dick down. This is not okay. I'm reading Critical Mass right here. I'm like, what app is that? I'm like, she's like, I've tracked it. I was like, what is this? Is too much. She's like, where is my dick? He's like, look here, girl. You can dry hump all day, but you ain't getting this because I'm a Christian man. Anyway, let me rub your breasts on top of your shirt. That's what Christian men do. I'm like, what? the fuck are we doing right now, man? I'm like, come on. God knows your heart. God knows your heart.
That's right.
So you might as well do it. But that's in the Bible too. If it's up here, you're already guilty.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't know what this. He's like, come on, girl, just rub through my shirt. Like, were you in high school? He's like, come on, let me get that friction. Let me get that friction. He was like, no. She's like, no, this is good, but no, I need the real thing.
Yes. Yes. She got it.
But it took. So we talked about, we do obviously like Ty and Rebel were gonna get together. Like that's clearly where they were going with this shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, I did like they worked that till episode 4. Like they're actually trying to pace out that. I thought that was really good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think Danny's murder went way too fast.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
but they're still working on the murder. So it's gonna come out. I think it's episode 5, we're gonna get more of Danny's murder. Just based on how Calvin
talk to
talking
the chief of police.
Chief of police, right? I was like, and the thing is that the chief of police, okay, I don't know if he actually saw the footage. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he saw it.
I think that he knows there's evidence that was given, but does he know the actual evidence? Because you think he does?
He saw it. But like, he was like, he had to see it. One, that the cops were like, sir, like, this is real shit. Like, you know, so he was trying to be nonchalant about it, but that's why he was there. Because he's like, I know I saw your ass. Like, I know ass, right?
Yeah,
I'm like,
for me, if I was Calvin, I felt like I didn't get that message. From what the chief was saying, I didn't get the message like, you need to watch your ass because I'm about to come and arrest you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
again, he did. I felt like he did because he was like, look here, if you don't help me out, I'm the one to put you in this office, right? And I can get you out this office, right? Yeah, so he was blackmailing the chief of police at this point.
For a second, until he said, the chief was like, we got some new evidence that's coming.
I submit that was the confess. I feel like that was him saying he was asking, what do you know? What did the cops know? At first he wasn't gonna say nothing. Right. But now he's slowly letting it out. One, Bishop would have been arrested by now. Like if he was gonna do, like, I mean, if he was serious about it, he would have got arrested by now. The fact that the chief of police was like, hey, I'd like to see you at the next event. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking he's a part of the stripper situation. I think like yes. I think like that's how they met. So that, again, that's why he's slowing down the investigation, because if Calvin goes down, he goes down. They probably do go down. But I'm like, this, I think it's probably like that. That was a good one. Back it up. I thought he was getting his dick sucked when I saw him in the thing. When she pulled him into the thing, like, I thought that's what was gonna be happening. That's what I thought.
Oh, okay.
Like when I saw the butt cheeks, I was like, this is not what I expected, but let's just go with it. I'm like it's whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, disappointment. Anyway.
Very disappointed.
I was like, come on, bro. Be like your son. Because your son was like,
yep.
Anyway, I digress. I feel like you're gonna find out like Chief is much more involved in this situation than the cops know, right? Mm. But these cops are idiots, because who walks up to a potential suspect and goes, excuse me, sir, we are investigating a murder. Mm-hmm. We're looking for a vehicle. This vehicle could have evidence that if someone murdered someone, I mean, there could be like bloodshot, there could be gun residue in there, could be blood in there. I mean, fingerprints. I mean, you know, this really could get somebody in trouble. Anyway, could you help us find this vehicle? He's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I've seen the vehicle. He's like, oh, okay. Then they find the burnt vehicle. Excuse me, sir. We just want to let you know that we found your vehicle burnt to shit. And just to let you know, there's no evidence in it now. I mean, whoever did it, if they did it, I mean, it's completely clean now. They could probably get away with this. But anyway, sir, would you like to come down and claim this vehicle? No, I'm good. Appreciate it. Like, I was like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Like, no. That's not
how you normally, that's not how you conduct an investigation. You just, like you gave them all the information they needed to make sure that this truck is either going into a lake, river, ocean, is going somewhere.
Or into the lake of fire.
It's getting detailed with bleach. I mean, but it was on fire. So that's another way to get rid of evidence.
You only see that level of stupid when like they're watching said suspect, right? Like that's when the weekly TV show is like, we're gonna tell the suspect this, we're gonna follow them to the crime vehicle and catch them in the act. Like that's what this, but no, they're like, well, you know, we just thought it could be your vehicle for some reason. Mr. You spoke at the woman's funeral and your vehicle could be related to the woman's murder, but could be a big coincidence. Anywho, vehicle's gone and we're just done with that part of the investigation. Why has Rebel not recognized him yet?
Yeah, that's kind of weird, right? But no, has she seen him? Oh, he was at the funeral. But wait, she you know what? That is a question. I just thought about that.
Don't make no damn sense.
We saw him at the funeral.
They stared at each other. They're the only two standing up. Like she stared at him all the way up there, right?
Oh, yes, she did before she walked up there, because everybody was looking around like anybody gonna say anything about the girl? Which
is real fucked up. Naming the parent, but I'm like, but you know what I'm saying? If the one person, she should be like, you,
yeah.
Then later on, she sees his bare ass and his face.
Yes.
And don't go, I've seen that, not the ass, but I've seen that face before. Like, I know that dude.
Yeah.
Let's put that aside.
About that. It's like she blocked it completely out of her head. I didn't even think of that.
Then she's saying to him and his wife, you don't go, motherfucker. Like, I know that dude. Like, by now, she needs to be like, that's the dude, right? And she's trying to like hide it, that she knows, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where we need to be right now, because this doesn't make any sense. Because how do you not know this dude?
Right.
That's what,
that doesn't make any. I didn't even think of that. She should know who he is. She should have been screaming inside of the daggone funeral, like yelling and screaming.
Oh no. She didn't see the video till later. But I'm saying once she saw the video, she should have been like, I know, like when her boyfriend is like, well, we all made sex tapes, but clearly he doesn't know he's being recorded, because when a man's being recorded, he starts making faces.
No, but wait a minute. How okay, so that was Danny put the tape up there. We saw her run naked, put it up there, right? Okay, put the camera up there, right? How does Calvin know she did that? Did Danny tell Calvin, I have a video of us?
No. Remember, Rebel found it when she cleared out her locker. She found the thumb drive.
No. I'm saying that Calvin knows about the video, because remember Calvin said to Dexter,
she's blackmailing. She was blackmailing him.
And he said, I have a video, right? And she told him, because he said to Dexter, she has a video.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. How does Calvin know she has a video unless Danny told him?
Yeah.
I think that he was driving one of the
SUV,
the church SUV, and I think that they were starting to argue. Like he was waiting for her to come home, and he shot her in the chest, and he pulled off.
See, I see we're going with that, because again, she recognized said murderer, the assailants, right?
She was mouthing at him,
and she was mouthing off, right? So I can see that, right? So maybe it's a family affair. He killed Danny. Danita's the one that sent the dude to try to kill Rebel. It can't all be like Calvin. Like somewhere Danita got involved, because she know he was fucking around, right? It's some kind of a team effort. But you're right. It would, like, I can see maybe Danny was involved in initial murder, right?
Yes. So I think Calvin murdered Danny. And I think it's because Danny threatened him. She was like, you know what? I got a video on you and me. You know what I'm saying? Like, stupid. It was the dumbest thing she could have done.
It was stupid.
But she's young. And she, sit down, Sam. Sit. Sorry. But yeah, it was the dumbest thing she could have done. But that's the thing too. Yeah, when Rebel found the little floppy or whatever you want to call it, the USB drive, I was like, okay, So what is she going to do with this drive? I didn't think she was going to give it to the cops. I literally didn't think that, but.
See, you thought, oh, I'm investigating myself. I'm going to find out who, especially when I recognize the man.
Yep, I would have done it myself at first, and then maybe later
give it to the cops.
Yeah.
But like she made no fucks about Danny since episode 1, right? Like she never went back to the grave. She never visited the parents. You never even get a flashback of her in juvie with her best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like Danny don't even become a thing until episode 4 when she's sitting up in the bed looking at her phone, some random ass photos. I'm like, what happened to this love for Danny all of a sudden? So I'm like, that was kind of also we're getting off track.
She was singing, trying to get the journal. Remember, she was with Ty, and they're trying to make songs out of her journal.
Yeah.
So she's thinking of Danny.
Yeah, I mean, I just
maybe not thinking about trying to find her killer.
Or even visiting her. I'm just saying, like, usually these kind of things, even Force, damn it, even Force did it right and went to the mama's grave. I mean, for some reason, you do that, right? Just to be like, hey, girl, especially if she didn't go to the funeral, like she didn't go to the graveside. You know what I'm saying? Also, if she would have sang at the graveside, Outer Range. I thought about Outer Range, like that would have been hilarious, right? Like, but anyway, so too completely inappropriate was Essence's Worship My Body. She's like, it's kind of Christian. Oh,
no,
what?
That was the most ghetto. That was even Cardi B wouldn't have done that joint. I mean, for real, like
even Cardi B got standards. And she would be like, nah, I can't do that. Like,
I can't touch that.
I can't touch. Nor doing what you think is a Christian song in the strip club. Like, even she's like, nah. Like, let's even Kanye, who's like, I'm hip hop, but I put out a good gospel album, I'll be honest. But like, even he got some sense to be like, I'm like, there's a time and place for certain things, right? Like, we don't try to mesh this shit together, right? And even the career move of I'm gonna use gospel to get to hip hop. I'm like, that's not how that works.
But you can't. No, you can. You can change. You can. There are a lot of people, even like BB and CeCe Winans. They were able to do a crossover where they did some mellow songs that, there's always going to be a God word in there, a Jesus word, but it's more mainstream than gospel. So
no, I'm saying, but usually what you see is if you will, worldly artists who do like the Christian album every once in a while, especially when their career goes to shit. When they're like, okay, I got to do like I thought MC Hammer when he tried to go Christian. Al Green, my mom would remind me of Al Green. Right. Also Michelle, when Destiny Childs went to shit and she's like, I can't really sing, so what did she do? She went Christian. You know what I'm saying? Like that's usually their fallback. And I was like, that makes a little bit.
Doing it backwards.
And I'm like, but I'm like, Essence could have got you from point A to point B. I mean, clearly you got a great voice, and I'm saying, and you don't mind taking off your clothes. Essence should be like, Ty, hook me up with this rebel, because if she's the up and coming new thing, like, we could be something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it could happen maybe later on.
We haven't finished the season. Later on. Yeah, we haven't finished the season. Like, maybe she said, let's do the Worship My Body remix, and then like they do it together. And I'm like, they're gonna worship each other's body. I'm like, I'm like, let's see what happens. And Ty's like, you know what? I'm okay with this. What was that, Lord? You said this is holy. All right, and you blessed me with 2 women. All right, that's Old Testament. That's Old Testament. I see you, Lord. Thank you.
Wow.
I was like, okay. Also, mama's boy, right?
Very much so.
Ty, bruh, you are on top of your girlfriend in her house.
Yes.
Mama comes over, you throw your girlfriend down.
Yes.
And rush to the door. Like, Mama, do you need anything? What? I'm like, Essence should have been like, pack your shit and get the fuck out. Like, this is what I'm not doing, right? Like, I can find a man to come take care of me. I'm like, but this is too much. Like, that right there should have been in their relationship.
I mean, but she really does. She seems to really like him. Like, she does. She seems to really like him. So
Danita implied that Essence is older, because she's like, she needs to find a man. Older. So I'm like, I just like, I need to see what's going on with this. Like what is she getting out of this thing? Because the dude, he's definitely fighting his urges. You know what I'm saying? He's scary, to be honest. Like, if I was the one, I would be scared to be in an intimate scene with him, because he might be like, I told you to get off me. The emotions are too strong. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to. Don't make me horny.
He was in when the second time when she had on like the wife beater with that sleeve. I was like, what the hell she got on? Anyway, Essence. But when he was doing exactly the same thing that he did the Rebel.
Yeah.
He was like, no,
I can't. He's like, I give it a little bit. I just taste a little bit. Just
he was frantic. I was like, this dude is really over the top. Like, you need to calm
that shit down, bro. Like, again, the warning signs were there, right? Yeah. Like, when he murders you, you can't be like, I don't know what happened. Like, he clearly told you to leave him the fuck alone. Like, I could see him choking out Rebel to be like, I told you, bitch, to stop showing your ass. I told you. It's like, I'm sorry. I just want to get her off me. So
when we see episode 5, after he did the deed with Essence, thinking about Rebel,
yeah,
we might see him like this with Essence. You made me do it.
I told you not to. He's like, oh, Rebel. She's like, say my name, Rebel. Who? What you say? Never mind, girl. I thought we were playing dress up. I'm sorry. I got confused. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I got to see the aftermath. I got to see the aftermath of that because now that so Julius Caesar got Z out the way with the amigos.
Yep. You knew that was coming. You knew that was coming. He wanted to get him out because he's going to be too involved if he stays. So yeah, he had to get rid of him.
At the last minute, again, he should have been there like day one, being her wannabe manager. They usually, or why are you trying to leave the club? You know what I'm saying? This is who you are. Like, that kind of came later. They did it with the whole like weed party or whatever, but that should have happened much earlier in her I'm trying to go gospel thing.
Right.
And again, she has no friends. Like, this besides Danny.
No,
like,
she had a house full of friends, didn't you?
No, Z had a house full of friends. And she came home and she was like, oh, weed and liquor, I guess. And I'm like, but like,
she took that weed. She was smoking that weed off of that other chick. So I guess that's her friend too.
I'm like, come on, man. I mean, I was like, that's like, I again, they've done a poor job of showing her network of even like worldly people.
I don't think she has. That's the thing. I think her world is really small. I think her world was Z, Danny, and that's it. I don't think she had a bigger world. And I think it's because of how she grew up and in, the whole juvie and all. I think she keeps a distance from people. And we haven't really gotten into that again.
Right. Exploring Danny and that kind of would be, how did you get here? How did you start dancing? Then that we could understood their relationship. You know what I'm saying? Right. And she should have whole tracks on Instagram or something, right? I mean, if they were like singing after the club and that kind of thing, Cardi B's their hero. There should be all kinds of social media videos out there of their music that people could have picked up. I mean, again, as I told you before, if Gorilla Glue Woman can get like national coverage for months, singer at stripper funeral should be top story on every hip hop channel there is. You know what I'm saying? And anybody should be like, she can be on my track. Also, at a I'm assuming I don't know if it's real, but the whole like gospel awards that that they had honored.
What is it, Stellar? I think
the Stellar Awards.
Yeah, I think that's it.
It doesn't make sense that they're gonna put a no name up there to help headline at this like premiere events. I mean, very similar to a la carte to be like, you want me to have my premiere fashion event at a club that's not even open and no one knows about? Yeah, it makes complete sense. I was like, it does not. Like, it does not. Like,
well, I think that Ty made a decision without consulting anyone, and he just pushed her. He just did it. He just put her out there. He didn't tell Mama. He didn't tell anybody. He just.
Ron. He said Ron. I guess the man managing the thing.
Right.
Again, plot convenience. There's no way in the world this guy would have really did this, because he would have been like, this is it. We got millions of people watching. They want to see like legitimate artists. Don't even know who this woman even is. Like she ain't gonna be singing. So she may be able to sit next to Danita, maybe. Wasn't that name of that song she keeps on singing?
You get me to remember. I have no idea about songs.
Anointing of Glory. Oh shit. One Moment in Glory that she just keeps on singing. It's their version of Nasty Girls. Like, shit. But y'all, I think it's One Moment in Glory. One Moment in Glory.
Okay,
One Moment in Glory. Like her first album, One Moment in Glory.
What she's getting sued for?
Well, the one she's getting sued for, because anyway, I'm like, of all the great music in this show, and there is a lot, like there's a lot of music, like they're actually pushing the storyline to make it real easy for us to follow so they can get back to the music. But be damn, if I hear One Moment in Glory one more time, I'm gonna lose my shit. Like, I'm like, stop it.
But do you notice that it's like they do it instrumental? Like every once in a while?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. This is their nasty girls. Like, it's like, but like, for one, to the shows that we've watched that's been canceled and should have been canceled. Like, this is better acting and better storyline than Our Kind of People. Absolutely. Like, I would be waiting every week if this show was on Stars. Like, just wait to like this is a Star show. Like, this is not a HBO show. For Chris. 10 times better music than Queens of original music, 10 times better. I mean, so I'm like, but
it's got to be better. We got Kirk Franklin here. Kirk Franklin, you know what I'm saying? Like, if the music was bad, I'd be like, why? Like, remember I was saying that about what is the show we watch with Gangster? You know what I'm talking about? Oh,
Harlem? Godfather of Harlem. Godfather of Harlem? Right. It's like Harlem. Harlem was shit. No, okay.
But remember, I was like, with Swiss Beats being the music director for that, I need the music to be on top of, you know, like the best music.
But he was in charge of Queens, and it was not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's going on there? Like, that should not be happening on this show. And then we have Yolanda Adams.
Yeah.
Come on now. She is phenomenal. There's no way this woman's singing bad songs or having bad songs around her.
Right. So like, I mean, it's just, I'm like, get some range. Like, get some range. Like Worship My Body is not the range, but like get some better range.
I think that one is just to show who Essence is. I think that was to show who she is.
But even that being said, it was a catchy song. I mean, I was like,
I liked it. I did like it, but it's not gospel.
It's not gospel. But I was like, this, I would rock that. They were like, hey, you can get that on iTunes. I'm looking that up on Apple Music. I'm like, it's catchy. So I'm getting impressed with the music. So timing, right? So Caesar pulls out an album of Raven Moore.
Yes.
And hands it. I was like, stop it. That should have been a CD at best. CD or cassette. Her mom would have been singing late 90s, maybe early 2000s. There's
still have records right now.
No, like a studio master, like someone who writes music, the standard would have been CD. She would have had a hit CD. I mean, cassette would have been pushing it. But I'm like, CD at the minimum. For him to be like, here's a record, like, that's 70s, 80s. Like, if this was set, like, again, late 90s and her mom was big in the 80s, that would have made sense. Now it would have been like that. But like, it just looks better. It looks better to put out a big ass album. It shows you age. I mean, I get it, but I'm like, it's not really consistent. And then he had a iPad video of her in the studio.
Yes. Must have been converted from a DVD.
Must have been converted from a camcorder. I'm like, this doesn't make sense, bro. Like, this technology, like, no. And then why would you do? And then Rebel asked a very good question. Where the fuck were you when my mom had nothing?
Right.
Like that. That's why I would be like, Caesar, you can go somewhere with yourself, because my mom, she died alone. It was just me, and I found her like that.
But I think all of that's going to come out. Like, we're not getting that yet, but eventually we're going to get his part in what happened with the mama, and Danita's part of what happened with her mother.
So we believe that first I thought it was murder, but now I can see if Danita just manipulated the situation and put so much pressure on her.
She mentally manipulated the young lady. Yeah.
So, and then I can see her being like, oh my, like, so I can see her being involved. That dream prophecy thing got on my nerves.
Yeah, they can take that out.
That was too much. That was too much.
Yeah,
tell me my dream. I'm like, that's not Christian, for one. Be like, interpret my dream for me. I was not there in your dream. I do not know what that voice was. How the fuck would he know the voice? How would he know that? Like, there was a bird. Okay, what kind of bird? A black bird. There's all kinds of black bird. Narrow that shit down. It's raven. Was it a raven? Was it a crow? I mean, could you be a little more specific? What was that, Lord? Well, it was a raven. Oh, okay. Lord said it was Raven. You know, Raven Moore, the woman you shitted on.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
She had a daughter, which you should have known because she would have been like 8, obviously, like we see, right? So you would have known that the woman you're destroying has a kid.
Right.
If this new singer, who's apparently going to take your whole career, Danita, is singing the only single sang by Raven Moore, you should be like, wait, I know that song. It was Raven Moore's song. Right. Raven had a, like, she should be like, wait a minute, I think I know who this is. Like, it shouldn't be this mystery. Like, who is the rebel? We don't know. Except for I was like, come on, bro, so much. And again, I say again, everybody's pushing this. You're a stripper who's going to be somebody. No one. It doesn't make sense that local news is like, aren't you Raven Moore's daughter? You know, the former singer, whatever, who killed herself. Like, someone should be seeing that part of her story so she can tell that part of the story.
Mm-hmm. I think that'll come out. It probably will come out a little bit later. They didn't do it right now, but
her duet, her remastering her mom's song when they were going back and forth.
Oh, that was so sweet, though. I loved it.
It was. Were they doing like Natalie Cole and King and when she did? Yeah. You think that's how he was recording it? Like, you're gonna sing with your mom? Like, that's
you know what? That would, if he's doing it that way, that would be perfect.
That would be perfect.
But I don't know that they didn't give us that information. They just showed us the visual.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that they did it that way because I thought that was phenomenal.
That was.
Yeah.
That would be a best way to put that out, that first single out.
Yes. And have her mom on there with her.
Yeah.
That thing's going like it's number 1 like in a day.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like, yeah. I'm hoping to see that.
I think she will. I think she's gonna, while Z is gone, I think that Caesar's gonna put this single out to introduce Rebel, and it's gonna blow up, and Rebel is gonna be this new singer who's everybody's after her and stuff, and then Z comes back to this.
Sure.
But by that time, Ty and Rebel are smashing.
I think, yeah.
Because Essence is gonna figure out that he wasn't even thinking about her when he was banging her. He was thinking about
sorry. It's like, oh girl, He like took the pants. He's like, you thinking about your mom? Where's your mama at? I was like, not thinking about, like, we talk about that mama issue, but that would I'm hoping I'm interested to see how the love story like develops. Like, I think Danny should die maybe at the end of episode 1, maybe episode 2, and then like they kind of flush, and then we find out she's pregnant. I guess I'm going too classic, but like I'm interested to see like she was pregnant by Calvin.
Wow, that would be good.
Maybe that's where the blackmail. This is usually what they do, right? She's pregnant. She's trying to get some money, a ring or something, and then Danita finds out and is like, I ain't having none of that shit. So you got to go, right? Because
okay, let me ask you this: when Calvin was leaving in the middle of the night, Danita was like, "Oh, you got to leave in the middle of the night."
Yeah.
Was that the same night Danny was killed?
She was already dead. She was already dead.
Okay.
Because that's the point. He got the call from Danny's family saying that she was dead and they wanted him there to console.
Oh, that's right. I still think he did it. Even with that, I still think he did it.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, right. It just seems someone in the family did it. Someone in the family did it. That it will. So I hope they do get as they get back to Danny's story, we figure out that she knew more than just. Also, again, if Calvin was seeing Danny, he would have been at the club a couple of times, and you would think Rebel would have been like, "Oh, that's the VIP that I saw her go into the room at least every once in a while with," right? So I'm like, again, this whole I have no idea who he is, and so she did not get out the car when Danny got shot, because remember the SUV was waiting for Danny.
Yeah.
How did they know she was going to be there? Like, how did they know she was getting off work? Whoever was in the truck. But like when they pulled up and shot her, like Rebel was in the car. She never got out the car. So like I was like, well, they didn't see her, right? But then they had to know there had to be a witness. Like, I mean, because she was clearly talking to someone before they drove up, right? So I'm like, maybe that's going to be a thing. Like they will reveal who, I'm sure, who's in the car. But is that the same person who came to? Who also don't make any sense? She got her ass whooped. They dropped a fucking shelf on her. And she's like, I'm just gonna lay out in this bathtub, just let Calgon take this away. I was like, what the?
Yeah, I didn't understand why she wasn't at a hospital, because I would have been like having a concussion. I would have been knocked out. Like, well, she was knocked out.
She was knocked out.
She woke up and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go and take a bath and wash this day away. Like, with a concussion? Like,
what? Little self-care, just a little self-care. Like in blood water.
Yes.
I'm like, so you wanted Z to come home to find you dead the way you found your mama or something? Right. And this is the next day because he was like, where you been all night? I'm like, what? Z is useless. I'm like, where have you been that she's been late?
Right.
I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, this timeline don't make any sense. And I'm like, she's like, well, I just didn't feel like calling the cops because what are they gonna do? Call the ambulance just to make sure you don't have like internal bleeding or something. Like this dude whooped your ass. Like I was like this, and then you got bullet holes. No one calls the cop. There was like 3 or 4 bullet holes in that house. No silencer. That's loud as fuck. Somebody should have said something. Unless you live in a neighborhood so bad that they're like, oh, it's a Tuesday. Somebody shooting up there. You know how it is.
Well, I mean, as ghetto as they're portraying her, she might live in that neighborhood.
Damn.
Right? It doesn't look like it from the inside.
Right.
It's a nice little apartment.
Right.
But it could be one of those neighborhoods where people hear gunshots all the time. People running around fighting each other in their apartments. So it could be that, right?
It could be that. Anyway, so again, it was completely stupid for them to throw out all her whole clothes and then put her in holy clothes.
That I didn't get. Okay, so that to me was a little bit extra. Because it felt like he was being a Kanye. Remember when Kanye was dating Kim and he threw out all her clothes? Yeah. And then changed her image, what? But anyway, when a man is controlling you that much, boo, you shouldn't marry him. But anyway, she did. But but no, I thought that was a little bit too much. Like, you don't go to someone's house, their personal house, and change their wardrobe. I understand that you get a stylist, you get a hairdresser,
right,
all of that. Right. And bring them to the studio, maybe, or to like a video shoot. Yeah. But you don't go in their personal house. What?
That's his kid.
That's it. What?
That's his kid.
That's his kid.
Rebel's his kid.
You think Rebel's his kid?
Either Rebel or Ty. One of them.
I'm thinking it's Ty.
I want it to be Ty. I want it to be Ty too. But he don't know. Maybe he don't know it. But maybe Rebel's his kid. But anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway, to your point, like that's her personal stuff. Even if you are you could be a girl, a woman on the streets and a freak, and she said, this is for my man. Like her to be like, no, we gotta get all the stuff because this is sin. Anyway, let's go to the strip club and shoot this video. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
That made no damn sense. But anyway, I feel like his investment needs to pay off, that one of them is his kid. If they mentioned the abortion, right? Like he always wanted to be a father. Again, going back to Queens, we've seen the storyline before. But like I feel like either her or Ty are gonna be his kid. One of them.
Yeah, because I don't think it's Rebel, only because I feel like Rebel is his redemption. It's gonna help his career. He knows that she's a talent. I think maybe he could have been in love with I wouldn't even say in love because he loved Danita. But yeah. But they could have had something going on, maybe. But
well, she was so then he was a child, right? I mean, she was in his studio. She was like, "Hey, don't you remember when you were here?" So he they had history. Like, I mean, I guess it's hard to remember when you were 8, I guess. But I'm like, but like she was just like, "Hey, like, who are you?" Like, I'm like, should you research these people, girl? Like, get on the internet, look at some shit, and be like, so you know who you're dealing with at some point. Mm-hmm. I sing my mom's album. I don't know who wrote it. Like, I'm like, it's like you wrote my mom's album. Like, I should know you. Like, I mean, if
and she has the albums because she's in her house. Remember, the boyfriend didn't want her to play it anymore.
Right. So I'm like, so that was the copy that plot convenience. But the letter makes sense. The hard copy letter makes sense. He's going through the boxes and he's like, oh my God. Yes. I found the love letter that says baby boo.
And an engagement ring.
Oh, really?
That blue box was the engagement ring.
I did not see that. I did not see that.
Before he found the paper, he found a little blue box.
Oh, he was gonna marry
Ty.
Ty's his kid.
It's Ty. Ty is definitely his son.
All right.
And like I said, I think Calvin knows, and the father, Mr. Jordan, he knows.
All right.
That's why it was an arranged marriage with Calvin.
All right.
To get her out of hot water.
All right.
Just like that. I mean, he's getting her out of hot water again because everybody there is going broke. Music, the church is going broke.
Church going broke because of COVID. So I liked how they acknowledged at some level that COVID happened, and it did affect a lot of churches, a lot of businesses just in general, but the church also. Mm-hmm. I like that. I'm kind of irritated they didn't do the same thing with the club, because a lot of clubs went under because because they just couldn't open, right? You can't be in person, right? So it's I was kind of interested they didn't kind of address that at some level, like, hey, like for example, Dexter being like, you can't leave, girl, you owe me too much money, but then it was so little money that she could just throw him in his face, and he was like, I guess you paid me back, and he never had any problems with that. Like, no, you're a headliner, and we got to keep our doors open because COVID is bad. This is something I don't see people in face masks, but acknowledge that the stripping industry got shit on, as much as churches did, because of COVID. Right. But I was like, hats to you for acknowledging the current situation, and I appreciate that.
Like P Valley they're definitely gonna have it.
Oh, but yeah.
P Valley, that whole thing when she's in that clear box.
Yes.
And do you know how hot it is in Louisiana?
I'm like, shit.
Like, you're in a clear box, sweetheart. Like, is there a fan or a built-in air conditioner in this plastic box? Like,
this is the paint. They couldn't afford all that shit. She got a church fan and a bottle of water and was like, you better keep this shit going. And apparently we get off track. All right, so we got a video for that coming. All right, let's get back to the king. All right, so business ain't looking good. Louis Gossett Jr. is back. Is here. Let's see what he does. How he's gonna try to come back behind and maybe mess with Caesar for a little bit. Mm-hmm. The scene when Caesar comes to confront Danita over the song, and they were arguing at the thing. Mm-hmm. I swear I thought they were gonna start fucking. I was like, oh, this is about to get nasty. I was like,
I told you, Miss Yolanda is. Miss Adams is not doing that. She gave you the kiss, and that I think that's as far as it's gonna go.
So a kiss and then off camera, like a kiss would be like, she could pull the Monet, just pull a Monet, off camera, and it'd be like, oh, at least we know something happened.
But Yolanda opened her mouth a little bit better than Monet.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I was like, damn, man, she watched Power Book,
and I think Danita still loves him because done that if she didn't.
Yeah.
She just knows that she can't jeopardize the business and the family to be with him.
Yeah. And that's sweet. And I was like, this is gonna be some you're right. Like this, they can't control it. They love each other, but they can't be together. And and that's gonna drive. So right now I will already be interested in the season 2. Like me too. Yeah. Especially a new church pops up. They're like that kind of stuff. Like they could flush it out. I was thinking about when you unstable, unseen women, Greenleaf.
Yeah.
The daughter in Greenleaf. I thought about her.
Which one?
The one you can sing. The one she's a singer actually in real life.
The one that died, or the one?
No, the dark skinned one.
Oh yeah, the Winans. She's the Winans. Yeah, her. Okay. I'm like
that was her. That was her. I want to be part of the family, Daddy. I'm here, but I got mental issues. I got baby issues. You know what I'm saying? It's just is that her husband was gay though. That being said, I'm looking for somebody to be gay, and like they haven't did that yet. Like I'm looking for it. Like I thought it was gonna be Malcolm, but I think that'd be too much like Greenleaf. But I was waiting for it.
Maybe could be Z. I'm just
no. He's too committed. But that was my thing. Then I thought about maybe it was Ty, because maybe that's why Ty's pushing him off, because he really likes men. But like no. He definitely wants a rebel at this point. But I'm still waiting for it. It's a church show. They got to address it somehow. And it's Atlanta.
No, but also it could be CJ, because whenever there's a lesbian or anything like, they always shorten their name to like letters, right? So
where is the documentation? What's the justification for this?
I mean, think about it. Like,
So I'm listening.
It's that's how I feel.
Okay,
So
all right.
DJ may, like, she loves her husband. She wants to have a baby because that's what you should do. But eventually, she's gonna figure out that her whole mental illness and all the things that happened to her because she's not living her true life.
Let's go with this one. Let's go with this one. If Malcolm was the one pushing the baby, right, and CJ was like, no, it's my career. Like, I want to be part of the ministry, and it was him. I could see that. And let's leave it open. We don't know. We got 4 more episodes. Let's see what happens. I just feel like it needs to pop up somewhere. And I'm just surprised it hasn't done that yet. I thought maybe the club was going to be that. Again, so Rebel, she did play a bisexual whatever in Empire. So I thought maybe you're gonna find out, that maybe she had a girlfriend like at the club or something like that. That still could be on the table. So I don't know about that. Especially if she's trying to be a rebel, and still trying to fight her, her new, gospel, career. She may be like, well, I got a girlfriend now. What you gonna do? But Z has seemed to have her pretty on lock. I mean, until she's sitting up there by the girl hot and bothered over the piano. How quickly this turns with that. But anyway, we got to see anything else for the first 4 episodes.
No, I'm ready for the next 4. Is it 4? It's like 8, right?
It's 8 total.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm interested. Like, I'm enjoying watching it. I like all the actors, and the music is great. So I'm good. I really am looking forward to seeing what happens.
No more One Moment in Glory. I say that again.
That's gonna keep going.
I'm hearing that.
It's already been done. It's already been.
Please. They did the hip hop version. They did the regular version. They did the acoustic version. I was like, you got it. More stuff, please. But either way, still better than Nasty Girls. I mean,
yes,
still better than Nasty Girls.
And now that she sang this song with her mama, can we have it come out? Everybody's happy
and be done.
So she's number 1, skyrocketed number 1. And can we just not have it in every form possible?
There you go, right? There you go. We had it about 3 times now.
Yes.
Let's move on to other songs.
Yes, and we don't need a rapper. We don't need a remix with a rapper. Like the Amigos, come on.
Oh shit, the Amigos got mentioned. We gotta get the Amigos in here. So I'll think about this. Is there any music artist, gospel artist or otherwise, you think would be appropriate for the show that you would like to see in the show?
I'm not really into gospel music, but I mean,
Mary, I just all
Mary could be, they could be great. Because even Mary has done some contemporary songs, right? And gospel and
Michelle.
Right. I
mean,
Michelle could be on there. Yeah. She could do. There's a lot of them that
Kim Fields. She's not a singer, but Kim Fields, like she. I guess I'm thinking about like true Christian, if you will, like people are trying to live it. Like I think Kim Fields kind of qualifies, and she definitely was like. That's why she could be a housewife, because she was like, I'm trying to keep myself together. And they're like, you got to go because we need Ratchet. Yeah. We need Ratchet on this. Sorry, buddy. Candy's not gonna be on this show. Let's not do that.
No. Candy is living her best life right now. Let's say that.
Let's keep her on a la carte.
Yes.
Let's keep her where she belongs. With the vibrators that don't work.
Once that show is canceled, feel free to drop her anyway. Because that definitely is gonna get canceled.
You heard it here first, sir. Ma'am. Everybody a la carte ain't gonna make it. Like this. That's not it. Like this is it. That show, not it. But like I'm already interested in season 2 for this show. I'll love to see what happens. But anyway, all right. So we will see everyone on Saturday or Sunday, depending on the schedule, when we can do the last 4. Though it will be done this weekend. So thank you everyone for coming by, Stacey and Motown Investor. Thank you, and Miss Sharon. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you, and anybody else who's watching us. We hope you enjoyed the show. We hope you enjoyed us, and we will see you at the movies. No, I'm kidding. We'll see you on this weekend. So we got this. We got Under the Banner of Heaven. Mm-hmm. I got Obi-Wan. We got the P-Valley season 2 preview a video we're gonna do for that. We got some articles and things. Look at the trailer, kind of figure out what we think is going to happen in preparation for next week. And then, as always, a great review. Thank you, Bruce. We appreciate it. It's a great show. It's a great show. And I know you think, David, all you do is shit on these shows. And I'm like, that's not true. But sometimes you got to say it. Sometimes you got to be like, nah. But this was good. This was good.